I've got a message here telling me that there is mercury which is hazardous in the rear seat video display. And then there's another one here saying that the exhaust, which is here, is hot and that it might cause serious injury. And then there are two on the sun visor saying that if I get in and go for a drive, I will definitely be killed. Right.
Now, elsewhere in the world, awards are awarded to reward excellence. But here, on the Top Gear Awards, we like to award an award that rewards a car that we found particularly unrewarding in 2004. This isn't quite right, I'm sorry.
It's so quick, it can destroy your entire face. We need a man who has no fear.
And no face.
Absolutely. James's gloating was short-lived, though. Look at what had happened to his shiny engine bay.
It's not funny.
It's down to the new ceramic brakes, which glow when you use them and catch fire when you use them a lot. I'm not sure this glass carpet is very practical. And the window. Nice effect, but a bit drafty.
So, I ask you, is I bling?
In that jacket, mate, I don't think so.
How would you know what a metrosexual
I'm
is?
not only in touch with my feminine side, I'm in touch with my gay side as well.
The idea is that you take the badges off your Lexus, frankly, and you put them in, plug it in, and 10 minutes later, they're gold.
Wow! I put my dog in it. Got two plates made from carbon fibre and silicon carbide. Ooh. Sorry, that happens sometimes when I say silicon carbide. What are you? Dial number.
Dialing.
I haven't told you what to dial yet. Cool. Why did I ask him?
I've no idea.
Grill, which makes the front of the car look like a fish. Not a cod or a shark, not a kind of swimmy one, more a sort of bottom feeder. But then it is Dutch, and they... This is a rubbish idea. That car basically be beautifully made, unbelievably reliable, have a fantastic engine, and isn't as good as a Toyota Corolla Verso. The end.
Yeah.
When Italian designers seemed obsessed with styling cars that wouldn't look out of place in outer space.
It's a supercar. A bowl of prawns and avocado and cress. Delicious and tasty, but a bit hard to handle. Now, what Mercedes have done is taken those same supercar ingredients, but wrapped them up in two pieces of bread. See what I mean? In essence, then, this is a prawn and avocado sandwich. You go from 250 miles an hour to 0 in 10 seconds. And then you put your face back on and set off again. Now, we've got a lot of V8s on the show tonight, and even a jet engine. So, to bring a bit of balance, we thought we'd start by looking at this very eco-friendly, semi-electric Toyota Prius. OK, we've looked at that now, so... and we can show that to you now. There they are. Now, we know that German fashion and hairstyles haven't moved on much, but I'm sorry. That car is just the old one. That's not new. There's no new 911, and there never has been.
Take your point.
The end. Now, obviously, I appreciate that lots of you aren't going to be particularly interested. So, on the left-hand side of the screen now, we have some fluffy kittens for you to look at. And surprisingly, mine wasn't holding up too badly either. For the first time today, I have no warning light on the dashboard. All is well. Apart from, you know, the rear windscreen wiper and the electric window and the electric door mirrors and the stereo and the clock and the air conditioning and the speedometer and the mileometer and the piston ring that's eating the engine and the big smoke coming out of the back. Everything's fine.
Studio this week. It's over here. Have a look at this.
Studio one, really. I always have to have the sat-nav on. But, of course, being a Mercedes, it's entirely different. Make a U-turn! You will go back! I want to do it again!
There's a flap on the back which raises when you brake hard. So you can't see what's about to crash into the back of you.
Can you run a car on a poo?
Oh, the concave side.
I'm just wondering, you can see it's cross-eyed, yeah?
Yeah.
I wonder if we look at it like it's looking at us, if it would improve it.
All right, hang on.
OK, I've got my knees under the dash, my feet are on the pedals, but technically, you have to say I'm not really in the car. No. Hello? Excuse me? Hello? You in the red top? I've had a look round the car park and I couldn't help noticing that my car is considerably more powerful than all of yours.
Which brings us neatly to the engines.
They're big.
Left and went back into the streets of Hamburg and couldn't remember the street in which we'd parked the car. And we never found it.
All right.
Have a crash?
Yeah.
On purpose?
Yeah. It's going to be worse for him, though, because... Yes, he's dead, so that's 10 points away there. And if you want a job on Top Gear, please...
We all lived then. But what about the cars? Richard's Rover is dead. James's Audi is dead. But my Volvo? Yes.
Partly because I drove it with this windscreen on, and I know it doesn't look like... No, I know it doesn't look like very much. It's just a little piece of perspex, but that is enough to stop people ending up looking like you.
Interesting point. Good.
And they did that at their Centre for Aluminium Competence. I'm not making that up. That is what it's called. They're Germans.
But, and this is crucial, a lot of people ask me this, can you get Sienna Miller in the glove box? Well, let's find out. Sienna, are you in there?
Yeah.
You are? And are you comfortable?
Very.
Marvellous. Goodbye. Good mark for the Yeti there. 900 degrees in here. Scientists would call that toasty. In the front, there are so many cubby holes, it's difficult to know how you might fill them all. I mean, you've got a glove box here, obviously, and then another glove box here for the other glove. Tonight, a fat man gets murdered. A donkey gets overtaken. And James wears ladies' underwear on his head.
As I'm sure you know, on Top Gear, if a car spends too long sitting around on the deck of an aircraft carrier, it eventually gets launched off the ramp thing down at the end. And this definitely isn't going to fly because it weighs 2.6 tons.
Broadband connection. What I'd like to do is shove it up British Telecom's... Start tonight with the aerial atom.
It's as crisp as a bag of crisps. 3, 2, 1.
I'm driving along now, slowly, in a village.
It's all rubbish.
What?
Cars that drive themselves were invented ages ago. They're called taxis. What are you on about?
Well, tights and stockings are designed to do exactly the same job, but they don't.
I don't know, I only wear socks, Jeremy.
I've been killed. I've definitely been killed.